From someone we rise, why aren't we to shine? Bringing light, holding truth, we dey fight for time. 4 years strong, we stand proud for the people we voice, we love. But in the offices, corruption they grow. Presidents and first ladies, secrets we know. Fatima Bio, in name they call. Money to move, but no truth at all. Speaker Bundu, allegations they fly. Clerk of Parliament, caught in the lie. But we are no go tongue blind. We go stand for the truth, no matter the grind. 4 years of light, we shine bright. We are not the truth, we hold the fight. For the people we go always strive. But corruption they hide, know they thrive. The opposition weak and confused. Them voices divided, the people abused. No unity, no strength to stand. Them always fail the people's demand. Civil society wants a strong voice. Now them biased, sway with power's choice. No more truth, all for sure. We are go fight, we still the glow. The presidential guards them stand so tall. But human rights, you know the call. Them beat the weak, silence the truth. We are no go rest, we go the youth. We are for years, we don't bring the sound of justice, of truth, all the way around. Through corruption, through the lies, we are still the rise, we still the fly. Together we go stand, for change we fight. We are forever, we the hold the line. From someone we rise, why aren't we to shine? Bringing light, holding truth, we dey fight for time. 4 years strong, we stand proud for the people we voice, we love. But in the offices, corruption they grow. Presidents and first ladies, secrets we know. Fatima Bio, in name they call. Money to move, but no truth at all. Speaker Bundu, allegations they fly. Clerk of Parliament, caught in the lie. But we are no go tongue blind. We go stand for the truth, no matter the grind. 4 years of light, we shine bright. We are not the truth, we hold the fight. For the people we go always strive. But corruption they hide, know they thrive. The opposition weak and confused. Them voices divided, the people abused. No unity, no strength to stand. Them always fail the people's demand. Civil society wants a strong voice. Now them biased, sway with power's choice. No more truth, all for sure. We are Presidential guards, them stand so tall, but human rights in no they call. Them beat the weak, silence the truth. We are no go rest, we go the youth. We are for years, we don't bring the sound of justice, of truth, all the way around. Through corruption, through the lies, we are still the rise, we still the fly. Together we go stand.
Very, very good morning. Welcome to your program where we call KOL RES, right on we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Well, today, I feel for it, the plaças with beaucoup can pepper on top, as part of the KOL RES, So after about one man, now plaster the can pepper on top. Where are the 8 and 7? And some more to make sense. So I don't know what we get this morning, but I'll just tell you what we get. What we get, then we can give you. Now another discussion. I don't actually know. So I'm saying if you don't get a wonderful weekend, you don't get a wonderful night rest. If you plan for go sleep, okay, please stay with me first quickly, and then you will go and go sleep. Yeah, thank you very much. And we actually go straight and begin look at what's in at the front page of the different newspaper them this morning. Right, beaucoup KOL RES. Beaucoup KOL RES. What I want to talk say, put beaucoup at a stretch small. Okay. So we'll go straight and begin look at what's in at the front page, a quick one. And the first one we will look at inside the program this morning. Now the News 24 we say Ali Kaba pays solidarity visits in Iyenga. Okay, that's not promotion. Big setback for feed salon as cows destroy farms unabated, and Mayor leads voodoo swearing ceremony as alleged human ritual takes center stage in Bonds. And we go to the next one, we now the public review, where Shadi condemns judiciary for alleged misuse of bail condition in Sierra Leone, and you as well get monkeypox outbreak in Kenema, 56 confirmed cases, 2 deaths, as health authorities intensifies response. And Mayor even declares flag bearer bid, judge me on merit, not gender. And you as well get Parliament confirms 10 new judges amidst call for judicial reform. And President Bio urge Africa to reclaim its narrative at Oxford Africa Conference. We go to the next one, where now the Daybreak newspaper, we say undermining membership integrity, APC dismantle forgery wing, and the APC leading presidential candidate Ade Macaulay observes Juma prayer in Port Loko. And plenty other one for inside the edition of Daybreak. The Calabash newspaper say Chadi exposes widespread police misconduct and unlawful detention across police stations. Koidu crisis, a wake-up call. President Bio urge to review all mining contracts. ECSL engages stakeholders on 2025-2029 strategic plan. Turns sought for new regional office in Port Loko. The next one are the Heritage newspaper. First Lady, Africa's torch bearer for women and girls. Is AMI hospital safe? We go to the next one. We now the Mnet newspaper. President Bio calls for Africa to tell its own story at 2025 Oxford Africa Conference in UK. And VP Jallo comments progress in monkeypox response. Urge continued vigilance. And other story name for inside this edition of the Mnet newspaper. The Vindicator newspaper say fistula survivor breaks silence, and you as well get 5 array in alleged mother plot case. The Saloon Compass newspaper, national dignity of foreign peanuts. Sierra Leone must choose now. And you as well get SLARAH, Prexy calls for reduction of tax burden on tourism sector. The next one at the Concord Times newspaper, Dr. Emmanuel Gaima, demoted or promoted. And you as well get lack of transparency. Justice Chade calls for reform in the judiciary. I take that again. Lack of transparency. Justice Chade calls for reform in the judiciary. And you also get other story them. Honorable Tawa calls for swift completion of 100 beds hospital projects in Lumley. The Reformer newspaper, APC Secretary General uncovers fake cards, vows digital integrity. And you also get Minister Ibrahim Sanor launches bold 3 years youth transformation agenda. And other story them for inside this edition of the Reformer newspaper. The Sankara newspaper say success stories of President Julius Maada Bio's 7 years in governance. And Vice President Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo's impeccable governance achievement. You as well get other story then for inside this edition of the Sankara newspaper. The Awareness Times newspaper has personal support to Sierra Leoneans displaced out of Iyenga. Kisi Liberian minister donates rice and palm oil. ECSL ends consultation and breaks ground for new office in Port Loko. We go to the next paper. The Salon Times newspaper, we say auditor services complete 6 performance audits. And ACC on 5-day midterm review training on GRM component of PSSNYE project. And you as well get APC USA district await a first female vice chair. The Success newspaper say cattle yara in Makari Chiefdom threatens agricultural investment, food security. APC leading presidential candidate Adam Macaulay observes Juma prayer in Port Loko. And on World Fistula Day, fistula survivor gives hope. And you as well get Sierra Leone Civil Aviation Authority welcomes ICAO mission. The Future newspaper, Dr. IB observes Juma prayer, police lock hospital secretary's office. And you as well get major reform at EDSA. The AZ newspaper, VP Jules Jallo comments progress in monkeypox response. At Oxford Africa Conference, President Bio champions Africa-led narrative. And Parliament approves appointment of 10 judges. The Independent Observer newspaper, Mr. President, Can We Talk? Part 163. Big setback for feed salon as cows destroys farm unabated. And at 78th World Health Assembly, Sierra Leone champions global health equity. The Care Time newspaper, President Bio calls for Africa to tell its own story. Honorable Chei Koko, a decent leader with outstanding character. And EDSA bosses sack. Nigerian experts take charge amidst power sector reform. And cattle rampage, 13 feed salon, 2,500 hectares of rice farm destroyed. Well, now all the paper and this where we get inside the program this morning. We'll take a short break and bring we guests them inside the show for let we come and discuss the different issues them.
From somewhere we rise, why aren't we to shine? Bringing light, holding truth, we the fight for time. 4 years strong, we stand proud for the people we voice, we love. But in the offices, corruption they grow. Presidents and first ladies, secrets we know. Fatima Bio, in name they call. Money to move, but no truth at all. Speaker Bundu, allegations they fly. Clerk of Parliament, caught in the lie. But we are no go turn blind. We go stand for the truth, no matter the grind. 4 years of light, we shine bright. We are not the truth, we hold the fight. For the people we go always strive. But corruption they hide, no they thrive. The opposition weak and confused. Them voices divided, the people abused. No unity, no strength to stand. Them always fail the people's demand. Civil society wants a strong voice. Now them biased, sway with power's choice. No more truth, all for sure. We are go fight, we still the glow. The presidential guards them stand so tall. But human rights, you know the call. Them beat the weak, silence the truth. We are no go rest, we go the youth. We are for years, we don't bring the sound of justice, of truth, all the way around. True corruption.
Alright, welcome back. You still watch KOL RES right on we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Of course, when they look at the front page of the different newspaper them, and people and become inside and help we for discuss the different issues then. Well, inside the program right now, we don't get actually one of we guests them we don't join we now the show this morning. And two other one them, we hope for get them soon inside the program. And the possible we don't get inside the program, Abubakar Bangura, we then can call Bakar Banks all the way from the United States of America. Good morning and welcome to the program, Bakar Banks.
Good morning, Shimbepe. Good morning, the viewers, the listeners across the world. I go say good morning to all on our sleep and on our week.
Thank you for joining me. From your own part, now very, very early morning this right now.
Oh, yes. I set my alarm clock for wake me around 5:30. Yeah. Now it's about just past 6 a.m.
All right. Thank you for that. I appreciate that so much. Okay, so let me start the ball rolling quickly. And let me start with the EDSA thing. I'm pretty sure you follow the light business inside the country. And just recently, they don't sack like the top management, of EDSA. And according to this paper, where now the Care newspaper, it say EDSA boss is sacked. Nigerian expert takes charge amid power sector reforms. What do you take on this?
To me, my own take is it's a gimmick from the BA administration, right? Because we all know say now Malabi Unaina, the Minister of Energy and Power. So if you sack, the ball starts from the Brai in SSF. So if you sack not to yourself, you for sack first. So if anybody for go now the power and the energy sector now either Madabio, then would I for call next now Yom Kela because they also don't prove say they are both failures. Like how we always say they are repeated failures because not the first 10 this way they don't fail the nation. So where you want sack, begin for sack yourself first as Madabio, the Minister of Energy and Power. So this way they do so, they try for stupid the populace. After it takes the deputy failures, then you put them aside, it bring another set of failures. It inserts them, let the people then see and like say they do something. Forfeit the blackouts. So now that's no way they do. Not of us say they try for change the narrative, they try for you don't bring new experts so they can change the energy sector, we don't bring new machinery, don't build new plants, nothing. Nothing no change. The thing where they produce lights no change. Nothing. The only thing where they do now for stupid people, it's just the same like where they pass around, they go and then gathering, they go and talk them big, then bomb talk the way be say for lead with Mansi Alex say is doing something good. But in reality, now the opposite. Now that's it they do. Now that's me. Now that's a me own take, my brother.
But the sector actually, they actually get some reforms, you know. Can the Yumkela with the experience and expertise from UNIDO, where they done the deal with energy, you know, solar plants and other things, then they now know the sector. And we as well get other, you know, senior man there, we don't drop inside there, now they help serious one for transform the sector. So pass Madabio sack himself before we get transformation at that sector there.
No, no, just for the sake of sacking. If you sack, now that's not my opinion.
Okay.
If you sack people for poor performance, begin from the boss of the energy sector. Now that's what I say no more. Begin from the boss because now they control the in deputies them. Now they in charge. Now what he wants in deputies them for do, now they go do. You want to tell me say Mother be building power plants there, but now the man and then sabotage them. You want to tell me say lights be there and then no grid switch the lights on? No, you don't no day. So there is nothing he can do about it. But then people and whether I sack them, we not sack them or blackouts would they. Not for say like whether they give the money. If them they eat the money whether they get her from the people whether they buy tariff, then put them, let we see charges. Let we see ACC come in and say, oh, then people are not this do. The money where them for go pay car power, they take her, they eat her, they embezzle her. But that's not the case. If we get the same plants, the same machinery, the same energy production, it no matter what I put there, you know, able to supply 10,000 houses of power if you get only power for 200 houses. You no matter what I put there. Look recently we see that they go jubilate for switch on 1 kilowatt. One kilowatt power. I was like, them people, yeah, God give them shame, but they not get shame in them.
But Charlie, they say 1,000 miles begin with 1 step. 1 kilowatt na light.
After 7 years, after 7 years in power, 1 kilowatt, now they go celebrate.
But then go argue say they're still better off past the APC when no ever give them power a light for 40 years.
I wouldn't go argue because this is the thing. The past and the Skoma government begin give we power. Wait for me, say the first 100 days, in 70 days or so, now the power come na free tongue. It said the Salon people, or we African people, very easy for stupid. It no matter how I go get the power from. I like you go plug the cable na the shack there inside the sea. Now they get the currency. As long as we net scam or monitor, they switch the lights on light day. They don't care outside the source come out. You understand? So you just produce the power. Then you argue, say, oh, APC good and the blackouts don't come. Yes, blackouts don't come because we lack maintenance culture. We remove the people who know how to deal with certain machinery. We count them away from Putuhu, then you can't replace them with the one and they not train them enough. Udena AYV can't just say the as energy Minister of Energy and Power. They ask him why boy and Kenema get lights, no get lights. He said, not to say the machinery no did you. He did it. He said, but the income, the revenue within they collect from people and tariff, compared to the amount of fuel within the bond for getting lights, then they spend more on fuel than the revenue. So now they just shut down everything. It's not like the machinery is dead. No, it's there. So they're not able to subsidize like the previous government. If they collect 2 million, but they need 3 million worth of fuel, they're not able to subsidize that 1 million for let them give boy and Kenema lights. Instead, they will say, oh, this is not losses for government, so we'll shut them down instead. So then ineptitude on your own part, not to say the machine is not being there, because where the Skomabi they go, pack the machine, they put them in pockets. Pack, shut down Bumuna, shut down all the municipal power stations, they not close nothing. Everything they do. Look for Lunge example. Then all being get 2 standby generators, the McKinney, Lunge, everywhere. You go count inexperienced people, they will no one day sabi operate the machine and they for go operate there. Then spoil everything. Now him give the reason for go take that McKinney now. That machine and McKinney will cause a lot of lives. So why you not left the people and we sabi operate it in there? If you want to replace them, bring somebody first and train them how to operate them. But no, when they come automatic, everything shuts down, chase out people that we get experience for do a lot of things, bring the young people that we no get nothing, no experience for do the incident, they damage almost all the standby machine, then na poloko, na lunge, na bow, all side corner, then go even take the one at corner back because they don't damage, destroy all of them. So, but that's we Timakin call like Bengane, we they hate yourself. Nine the meaning. But that's when you do bad that pass mark, you dey feel say now the person they do the one now you self they do. Just start like coca with the work on the streets, the sheets. If you see na the streets, the dirty, you know the like waste. Now they expose with poo na public. Now they do. So instead of they allow the people away know the technical experience for operating machine and let them teach them your new people them, they not give chance. Immediately, boom, get out. So now the repercussion of the see so today.
Okay, so let we go again. The next issue where we go see where they actually make rounds now the social media, the mainstream media, and plenty sign at the country and out of the country. Now the issue of Madabio in statement now the Oxford, conference. Usai he actually they call on Africa for make them go actually tell their own story, for let them tell their own story. So the Care Times again say President Bio calls for Africa to tell its own story. And this other one way now the AZ newspaper say President Bio champions Africa-led narrative. And then you get other one them we actually don't they carry the issue of Madabio and the Africa story. Plenty one. So what do you make up of this? For example, I will allow you for first flex and then I will come inside with somebody else their own view. Madabio they call for Africa let them tell their own story. Madabio they call for let Africa take charge of their own affairs and later that external interference, into we governance issue, let Africa try for put that one day to an end. What you take on that?
See them people, the one that we not sabi them, now they not sabi them. But like we understand them, we can just shake we they laugh.
Okay.
I they go sit on a wall podium. You say they call for Africa for telling your story. I wish what they talk now for me heart. You understand? Because now that's what we all want. Now the same thing with what the first lady gonna do. I wish what they portray to the public is coming from the heart. You understand? They wish they say you want let Africa tell their own story. You know able allow Sierra Leonean for tell their own story. You know able allow opposing views for tell their own story. You know able allow you opponents and asalo for tell their own story. You people na team you know able allow them for tell their own story. So it's very hypocritical for let go to a world stage for ask for let Africa tell their own story. But this is the reason why then they do this. Then once people we know this salon, we know to salon people because we this salon or we not salon people, we know the truth. You understand? They're not going to be stupid way. But the ones, the unsuspecting South African, the unsuspecting Nigerian, the unsuspecting Burkinabe, Liberian, Guinean, all the other African countries, they follow them and see them and say, these are people that are fighting for Africa. You understand? Now that image then just one portrait. So when you go Google Marabio, you go see his speech. Oh, hey, what a wonderful leader. You get what he talk. Yeah, like take the video that begin share and that's no more views. Then say, "Una watch this African champion." He statements, but inside him, he empty. Now the opposite. You understand? You go to snap say, "Let Africa tell your story." You not sit on White House, State Lodge, they shake. Waste for MCC money will never come. I will able to tell your story where it depend on me for feed you. I will able to tell your story, it depend on me for cloth you. It depend on me for give lunch. It depend on me for give electricity. It depend on me for give everything. So I will able to tell you, can me get for tell you your story because I mean do everything for you.
You like share a similar view with this person where been tweet. A name Alphaba. Alphaba, this lie is exactly what he say. He said the president of Sierra Leone, Julius Maada Bio, at an event in Oxford, UK, speaks of Africa's narrative being shaped by outsiders and called for self-reliance and transformation. Yet, he's spent more on overseas travel than any modern Sierra Leonean president. 191.8 million new leons. In the old leons now, 191.8 billion new leons in just 1 year. Enough to fund vital healthcare and social services. How do constant foreign travel and extravagant spending align with his message of African agency and breaking dependency? Actions speak louder than voice. This na wetin Alphabet say. And wetin Madabioye actually quote, he say, for centuries, the narrative of Africa has been shaped by outsiders. Our continent, the cradle of humanity and home to ancient civilization, bears immense cultural wealth, yet it has been reduced to simplistic narrative of dependency, conflict, and underdevelopment.
Alphabet na a comrade na a colleague na working banter na them forum. I respect him very much because in views always sync with me on them, but a lot of issues them, and he's spot on that. It's like, to me, not to say the message bad, but I would have tell the message.
So what about if they tell you say now, not to the messenger wake out but not the message, not important.
But this is the thing. You know what they like way Alphabet talks so long. You they thief the money, then they deprive teachers, then they don't pay them. Deprive police, they don't pay them. For let them get that enough for give you for your next travel, for let you enrich yourself. Mind you, with the money they travel, so each 1 week when Marabio they out of that country, they cost taxpayers more than $500,000. More than five for in one. No, I not talk about in West, in Peking, in entourage. Because the plane way it is, because they travel by public, now plane in the charter. Each trip now then $200,000 minimum, then they charge them. Which in per diem. For week, Marabio they reclaim 250,000 per diem. And this per diem, before it left the country, then put on an account first in foreign currency. Every trip where they go, before it left, the money for them deposit in your accounts. Before it left, Fatima Bio in your own share, go down in your accounts. Before it left, in picking the way they travel, the ministers the way they travel, the aides them, the security, everybody in your own go down in your accounts. We accumulate that one day all. Times the number for the first time we did in our office, we travel past 300 times. This year, I know even me, I be don't lose count. So I be don't still I know let me no scatter. So if you take them money then they he puts them into progressive stuff. Now I make us talk say the message, not to say the message bad, but not to infotell the message. Now people then like Paul Kagame in Rwanda, like that woman in Tanzania, like recently Burkinabe president.
But
Ibrahim
Tanzania they
Traore.
just don't coincide. How comes Tanzania go able to telling story and Madabio not telling story?
Not to just coincide, because when he coincide, he do certain things them where transform in country.
This make us force to come inside there quickly and say, according to the Minister for Information, some of them things they want to see and they talk about so now just packaging. For let them look fine outside, but not to say actually they. For example, you make mention of the Burkina Faso president. Now real packaging according to the Minister of Information. How they are now you can use that day, for make and say, then they do very well, whereas we did do very well past them.
A shameless statement from Chernobyl. A very shameless statement. Because then people are then say, within the inside Freetown, the world, like Kukun is surrounded no more. Nobody else don't know what they going outside. They feel say people they don't know. Okay, one thing. Packaging is different from like for example, I see a video when an AI created video where then they give speech about Ibrahim Traore, but actually, if you know, you know about AI, you will know say this is not Ibrahim Traore. You understand? But the speech, the content of his speech, the speech we then put by the AI developed video, now exactly what Ibrahim Traore they go and talk, now they just get out, they make a one video. So me not to packaging, because then they express the real intent of the person. When Ibrahim Traore come, he refused for raising salary. The captain's salary, where he been gets now the military, now he maintain as a president. That's not to packaging. You understand? The motoka, the military motoka will be the use before they overthrew. Now they use state that old Land Cruiser will cost about $9,000. But what they do? All the doctors in the country, they buy for the $92,000 Jeep, them brand new. Say because now they need them kind of Jeep, then they save lives. Not to eat. He cut down the salaries of all ministers by 30%. He increased all the salaries of civil servants by more than 50%. He able to do the opposite na salon. He feels say now stupid, the one whole world stupid when they gravitate towards Ibrahim Traore a message. Wait, inside Jamaica, then they dance for Ibrahim Traore, then they celebrate him. I got a friend of mine in Canada, na Caribbean. The guy they tell me about Ibrahim Traore will pass me on African. You understand? Somebody don't grab, he make video. Where he say they build houses for people, you go find the location, you find the structures, then they can build them. As soon as they talk, so they're not complete. Now packaging, he don't pay off in debt where he meets to the wall. He pay and done. In few months, we didn't have power. More than $4 billion. He pay off the Burkinabe debts. Then he will pay the a salon. So what are they package? The real packages, now Marabio, Fatima Bio, and the rest of them. Because now then they go to the world stage, go lie on things the way they don't able to do. If they go lie, and they provide education for 5 million Pekin, they will not get 5 million Pekin first. And they don't provide shoes.
So la quickly. Me actually my account gets some problems, so the Zoom they expire any seconds from now. So I go resend for now another link in case it go off quickly. Yeah? But in the meantime, problem. I get some small time. Let just the engage now. Alfonso, good morning and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you for joining me inside the program. I see you look tired.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Thank you. Okay, so you meet the conversation to go on. You know, Julius Maada, the president, they actually called for Africa for tell their own narrative, for tell their own story. And they actually, let's just read this thing again quickly, where Abi actually, they put to Bakar Banks. They say, for centuries, the narrative of Africa has been shaped by outsiders. Our continent, the cradle of humanity and home of ancient civilization, bears immense cultural wealth. Yet, it has been reduced to simplistic narratives of dependency, conflict, and underdevelopment. What do you take on this? Because this person in say the president, you know, of Sierra Leone, Julius Maada Bio, at an event in Oxford, UK, speaks of African narrative being shaped by outsiders and calls for self-reliance and transformation. Yet, he spent more on overseas travel than any modern Sierra Leonean president. 191.8 million new loans in just 1 year, enough to fund vital healthcare and social service. How do constant foreign travel and extravagant spending align with his message of Africa agency and breaking dependency? Actions speak louder than words. What do you take on this? I'm going to send the link for now in case the line cut off. Go ahead, please. Alfonso.
Well, I don't know what's in the aspect of the person where they talk about the message or what the travels. You got to look at the message of the president on one angle. You also look at in travels, and these are two different things. If the message of the president, they relates or it will resonate within the African setting, that we need for changing narratives, that we for take a greater control, not allow outside them for dictate the way how would they use the resources, the way how for develop and the way how for grow. a different from the travels from the president in travels. What you go talk about president in travel is what in the effect of in travel on the lives of citizens. What are the impact of in travel? What are the advantage of them travel the way they take overseas? Where that advantage, the way it really reflects or translates to the lives of citizens. So they're completely different. So if we want to analyze and look at what are the impact of the travel, the overseas travel of the president to the lives of citizens based on what he don't spend on overseas travel, then we can look at that one day for say, what are the impacts? What you don't create? How you don't change the lives of citizens in this country? And so that is different than the call where the message is sent to the African continent that we need for law look into itself as to how we for change the narratives so that people don't know directly how we control with governance system, but now we for dictate the pace. So these are two, to me, these are two different narratives. We don't get any link at all. So you know, we link the president in travel for say a day against the narrative, what they try for preach as an from the Pan-Africanism perspective. What we will say now is that we ask the president, what are the impacts, what are the benefits to people that don't get in Sierra Leone on your overseas travels? So let the government tell we say, when president travel, as I read where the cost where don't spend for the whole year. Let the president tell you about when I travel to ABC country, now this we don't bring can, we don't change the lives of citizens. Now this we don't bring can, we don't change the lives of citizens. Or now this we don't bring can, we don't aid the development system in this country. So until we tend for equate the effects or the impact of overseas travels to the livelihoods of citizens, they begin to say there is value for money. If you don't relate at all, they will think say, they will go now suggest say, the government not do due diligence to the use of resources to this country. Okay. Because if the overseas travel is so expensive and that the people not benefit, it don't get any direct benefit to the citizens of this country, then I think it's a big gap. Then okay. The president and the governance system need for do a rethink and change their approach.
I'll come back to Una. Please, I'll switch over quick. So if they don't send the link to Una, I can press that new link there and let me join them again. This is a program where now KOL RES right on Weird, now YouTube and on Facebook, and of course, we actually, get two people away there with me inside the program this morning. And one for say very, very much sorry. We're not able to pay right now for Zoom because the PayPal way we be actually link them with, a get problem. We been get some kind of things then way people just the thief money. So as a result of that, we know how pass our power to make some case 110, 210. We make case, then PayPal decide for, or we even get money there right now. So we talk, so we get about 100 and something or 90 euro. We still there inside PayPal. Then they don't hold on there because the thing the way PayPal they ask for, I'm not sure so ready for do that day. I'm not sure so ready for do that one day at all. For make we continue for letting they continue for take money. Yeah, so that make for now we get for the experience this until we actually put other card we go to pay directly because now every month now automatic payment will be the make, but because of PayPal don't get this problem, and that make we get this problem. So yes, Alfonso, sorry and thank you for joining me again with Bakar Banks. So yes, Alfonso, you will make your submission except if you don't rest.
Yeah, I don't rest for now because we just want to make. We all analyze the impact of the overseas travel to the lives of the citizens. They will say, Mr. President, you don't do well. And once you reflect, they will say, Mr. President, you have not done enough. You need to be accountable.
If we reach to that point, I will ask you the same question. Since you're concerned about the impact, the question now is, the travel of the president, you as civil society somebody, you as human rights activist, whose impact will you feel say it actually don't create from where you see it going can?
If I say anything towards that one, I think say I go be biased to the governance, and we won't work it will be based on facts and the reality. And will not do any specific checks as to all the presidents in travels will relate to what they don't bring come and how it change the lives of citizens. Until we do that one day, I go able to respond. But basically, if at the time of present a fact say, if we not do any critical analysis on the overseas travel of the president for relating to the internal dynamics of this country, if it did below expectation, then we get the right now for tell the presidency, Mr. President, you don't misuse the resources because you overseas travel not translates to the development or the livelihoods of the people of this country.
Okay.
And we need to analyze that one day and see all the areas that we don't go, what's in come, or what's not come, or what's impending. If there's something with our future, we'll try for no. If not futuristic program in the GOPA, they will try for know why you for spend short amount of money for something no say, would they get 10 or 15 years time, you can't spend short money where we can use them for address other areas. So these are all issues. Me only talk from just because I want to say, but I want to talk based on the evidence and the facts. Where in overseas travel, it don't translate. Once we get that facts, they say, in overseas travel not commensurate to what the people they expect in this country, then we'll get the right now for tell the presidency, you don't misuse state resources and it need to be accountable.
All right. So if we reach to that point, and Bakar Banks, you don't listen to Alphonsus. You know, it once for we look at the impact. We look at how we came for translate in travel to waiting, you know, the impact we actually don't get. In order to survey it, so in one for best in argument on facts.
You can able quantify, because if you look at the overseas travels, you also check. Yeah, hello. If you look at the overseas travels, all the areas that we don't go, we able to peg all the areas they will look at if the investment you go for. Let's see which type of investment will come on that particular area we don't count in this country. Which year the investment don't begin? What in that investment don't begin do? How many people that investor they don't employ? How that investor or that particular company they benefit the people of this country. So if you look at that period, which I don't go and which investment that they don't count in this country, then you go able to determine. For say yes, it don't create employment, it don't change some lives. You can able to do that qualitative analysis. So it not go see hard for dilute.
Okay, Alphonse,
for self say once don't peg the overseas travel and which I don't go, which you don't come in. If it don't rhyme to the overseas travel, my brother, just with qualitative analysis, we still get we can command the position but tell the presidency.
Yes, in the last 5-6 years of the president, the people already calculate don't count 300 fly. Yeah, and out of them 300 a day, it go most of the side. Sorry, I'm very much sorry. Now business opportunity they go look for. But most of the investment they will get inside the country, now we own local people and back with the end up for Tonto, the Abbas and farm. Now we own people them, they rest them when they talk about feed salon. Now we own people them, and most of the things that where they don't open inside the country, now we own people them. But not to them be normally they go meet. Now investors them, Dubai. Then we say the Dubai government and the Dubai waiting, they come for car open big rest factory. We not see that and plenty other things them. La Hollande, Bakar Barnes, the question is, how the travel of the president don't translate to the whose impact we don't get?
Good morning to Mr. Alphonse. Good that he's in a civil society activist. I'm not an activist. I need to try for attack you, sir. But I feel say it's long overdue for LEONE able to assess as civil society organizations, for LEONE able to assess and quantify the president in travel one to what he bring in. Let me say for the first time of the president, half of in terms of that for don't happen with UNA, the civil society organization. The UNA for don't put checks and balances. UNA for don't report on that. Let me say now one time no more matter be open serve. Up till today, UNA not get that now on a table. UNA not able to put a study together for where they present to the salon people how many times the president don't travel, the benefit we derive from this travel, look at. Una no able do am. One time done. You say the second time we tiff back. Una still not able to do them. Then una say no, we're not able to quantify them until we do so. If we not do so, we're not able to give an answer. That's a failure on our part as civil society organization, not that country day. And me, I go boldly say, we not get civil society organization in that country day anymore. Now, during the past administration, we see civil society in the spring of Abu Fatoma there.
But civil society, how you go say we not get? We get other people.
Now by name, majority, I would say 99.99% of all the civil societies now the country, they now the president in pockets. Then they dance to in tune with the ones and they say, then they come out for chastise them, then they come out for challenge them on anything where get to do with the smooth governing of Sierra Leone. All what they do now, some they can come one time, sometimes you want something, they can't say one thing, then get something. Now make why I see each other they pull their statements and they tell Abidin I go yesterday they argue Jaraka Useko. I say them people I mean they buy the rhetoric. You don't in a place for 7 years, you know, and they say nothing. You know, and they see nothing way bad. Now they criticize the judiciary. Now today the judiciary begin rotting. So, I they look at the
but
either
what did they try to begin for criticize the judiciary?
Well, from what matter you come, not power, the judiciary rotting from the first appointment.
That not mean say they know they oppose them.
The amount of time more than they oppose them, so the amount of time more than they go sit on AYV, the argue in defense of the decisions the way they make now the judiciary, you know, equates to each other.
But I know conscious say Chadi, for example, don't sit on the defend, you know, the government or the judiciary with regards things that were wrong.
Brother, either way 6 months, now complacency. They're
not there, but based on what me done they see, they're not been done the 6 months before. Now now you come across them press statement.
I don't see them press statements one or two. But the amount of things.
Why you say now? Why you say now?
Because they don't pass 500.
But you know we just they come with statement and normal like that. You get for the groundwork. After you punch now the public, you get for the do underground work for make sure say you know you work be aligned with what you supposed to be. You know, they're not a political party or opposition where oppose, but rather than get for to do something. Like for example, I will tell you for real, not because it's there. If you open line now, a lot of people will come and bash Alphonsus. But again, we don't use in thing now where it is stand up for the people where a lot of people say, yeah. But how we there now, when today you talk for we gladly, when tomorrow you go again another side, they say, oh, they don't pay you. Now that system that we get now.
You see like Charlie, the issue, and most of the civil society, how they see them, I see them exactly how they see Fatima with the whole issue.
Okay.
Hypocrisy. You understand?
Okay.
If this government they do bad 1,000 times, you come out to 10 press releases, they do disservice to yourself, your conscience, and your country. If they do 1,000 bad things, them at least like pull 500 press releases for counter them bad things, and that's now you role in a society as a civil society activist for blow the whistle, for tell government say, then tell how they do so not find a recipe for disaster, for thief election not find a recipe. When is it the child they condemn ECSL? And Kone, they ever do one?
Well,
they don't get mind.
Yeah, we don't see. So if you say
no, they don't condemn the election. So now the only country who conducts election who is also dictating it. Charlie, they see they mute on that. They put plaster and then glue and seal their lips them. So now make meaning they buy to their rhetoric. Either something they don't give them what they want, or they want attention from the president, they give them back another envelope, or then they seek donor funds. So they get for portrait to the donor agencies as if they're doing the job. But in reality, they're not.
Bakar Banks, you don't ever work as a civil society somebody?
I never work as a civil society somebody, but I know what it entails. It's
because like for example,
activist.
as we talk for now, the government of Salone and I think IMF or World Bank, they don't go sit down and agree because IMF or World Bank, I don't quite remember, say the thing where una say una they do when we be arranged on, it look like say una not they do una Carlo can sit down. So now the same thing, I don't work with international organization, whereas before you then give money, you don't talk saying that this that they do. If you not do that kind of thing, they divert you cause then the possibility for them give money next time in not the work.
When I reason that we see and they put 1 or 2 press releases there. Now they see and they gather because most of them they get funding from outside. Then civil society organizations there, same like New and other people there. Then they get funding from outside. So for them able to give something, you have to show say they do your job. So in that, and they take 1 or 2 of them see how they do, then send them to say this is how we hold the government's accountable. But in reality, they're not.
Okay.
So you know go hold
so let me give Alphonsus the opportunity for himself say something in a civil rights activist. Alphonsus, this is not what Bakaban say.
I deliberately refuse for 2 in line because my professional call me for follow. And we work as civil society with a bridge between the citizens and the government and the one way they govern.
Okay.
And the responsibility of bringing out issues, now a collective responsibility. Why would they play with your role? Citizens get their role for play. Everybody gets your role for play. I don't necessarily say because we get the opportunity for go on social media, just like I get this medium. We for use this medium for raise the issues them with relevance to the people of this country. Not raise issues there where based on assumption, based on your own just personal perception and how you see things.
So
for God's sake, there is no civil
assumption
society where they go sit down at the camp. There is no civil society where they go sit down, they go begin prepare a press release just because they want to prepare a press release. You they act, you do advocacy as and when irrelevant. You campaign, it forgets relevance to the people of this country, it forgets relevance to the issues the way they address. And I think Chadi and a number of civil society don't do it in this country. And nobody not remain silent. We know they take or replace opposition political parties. And we know to political parties. We will never be political parties. And we know they replace government. We will never be government. We in our civil society institutions, organizations, we they do what we're supposed to do. In the event, when we look at now, this issue of overseas travel of presidents, some of you not be taken as an issue because you know they take them that way. Now it don't become an issue now. So what would the China for can do now is how would they use with networks for make sure say we quantify the overseas travel of the president. We get the cost. We look at all those areas where it don't go. We analyze them. What it don't bring what the impact, what it don't relate to the people of this country. They can kind because it not been big part of a portfolio and will not be the same and something that we need for tech. So this one become an issue where now we they begin check overseas travel of presidents and relate them to the overseas travel, what is the impact of the people of this country. So that not necessarily mean say civil society are not doing their job. You cannot. The number of activities, the number of things that people don't they do, with a number of people don't know a day. So man, now when you can radio, you can't talk, that person talk. Now you say that person don't talk. But because not every you ever talk, you say you don't say anything. And we know they come for certified political parties. When they come, when they do a job based on with conscience and for humanity and for the country. And that is it. And so I think say what me do and what I believe, civil society don't do a lot for this country. If not for civil society, a number of people don't enjoy democracy in this country.
All right. Continue.
A number of people don't enjoy democracy in this country.
Continue for the with inside the program. In name now Alphonsus Bani, and we get back our banks with inside the program. We can go to the last issue inside the show. We can go to the last issue inside the show. But with joy inside me and with surprise inside me, we don't receive with first ticket. All right, somebody in the background actually. We don't receive with first ticket from Salone. The first person we don't pull in money in pocket for buy the ticket from Salone. And he asked me the question. You say, you not believe say I come? I say, I don't understand. How you go come? You dey Salone, how you do that? And they say, I dey come the dinner and white party. In fact, it just don't send me, like just show now, it just don't send me, a receipt for your own ticket where now 100 €, it just don't send them. Where we they pick them up, honestly, when some thinking come up from salon, you know, I don't reject things them from anybody within a salon. Hey, make last send for una this to say no, give somebody else. But this person for this ticket, he say they come and in the pay for in ticket. If na lie, last send for the details. And I say okay, last send for them, and they don't pay for in ticket. Now in the screen so as I be the show now. I'm not gonna show now the other things they make on not actually. And last tell now almost the ticket cost, yeah, in Leones. It put them there in the transaction Western Union. So it cost 3,075 leon. When 3,075,000 leons for the ticket. 3,075,000 leons for the ticket. And now today it just go put them the 26/5/2025. So one for tell them plenty. Thank you very much. We appreciate you so much, and you particularly. Thank you very much. You know. Anyway, we're going to talk about that again and next. But for now, I'll go to the next issue. So the next thing we'll talk about quickly inside the program, Alphonsus and Bakar Bans, now the appointment of the new appointment where we actually don't see. The new appointment where we don't see, where now from Dr. Gaima. Well, this paper, they actually try for say, it's a way to Dr. Gaima's appointment is an attempt to dilute the chief minister because in appointments look kind of, I'm not able for now for put them actually. And then other paper where now the Concord Times, they ask the question on this same appointment and say, Dr. Emmanuel Gaima, demoted or promoted? You know, so a lot of people they raise concern about this particular, appointment of Dr. Gaima. Let's look again the other paper quickly. Which one we will move on with again. Okay, now the one this people they talk about when the Voice of Salon say Dr. Gaima's appointment, is it an attempt to dilute the authority of chief minister? So this now waiting we get. So what do you think about the appointment of Dr. Gaima? I'll start with you, Alphonsus.
To me, I don't know how people interpret things, and it's the Constitution provide the Constitution give the president the right for make appointments, make adjustments in cabinet or whatsoever. The position of the chief minister still remain the same as chief minister. This position when they talk about now advisor, but the only difference is that they don't elevate the role of Dr. Gaima to a cabinet level. Previously, that position for even go to cabinet. So now it gets at cabinet rank, so which means it can even go to cabinet. It can even advise in cabinet. The position you can get for advice presidents. On the development and technical issues that will happen around. So if the president don't give an additional appointment to the level of a cabinet level, then to me, I just say kudos to Dr. Gaima, na in area that day, now the government, now the president in own decision nowadays, not to me decision. What to just care for is that watching that rule, that appointment we don't give to Dr. Gaima, that role we get for play, what you get for be the impact of that role for make we see things and change in the country. Now we will begin to take all Dr. Gaima for as accountable.
So how this
it's not only giving the position, but what
duplication of position. For example, we get the head of Public and Civil Service Commission. Yeah, we get the chief minister where as well they oversee. You get that way they oversee. So for letting back come and say the advice. In other words, for let you just sit on the advice, you must oversee certain things them as well. You know, if it's the duplication of work then and inside in it.
No. We don't even see they don't say advice, and somebody will supervise. Now, even the words they say, they don't tell you say there's a difference. The problem with this country, we quick for do assumption, we quick for begin take opinions, whatever. The president don't appoint that man for do a role, and the role is the advisor with a cabinet rank. Now we see what that man they do. We not see it. We not see any conflict yet. I know they preempt. Until I see, say, in the conduct of this money activity, we get evidence what they suggest, say, there is conflict of interest, there is overlapping, or there is a usurp of power. Then we begin talk now, say, it don't become overlap, it don't overshadow the work of the chief minister. We not see that. We not see that way. They not do their function yet. They not begin doing it. I don't think so. We need for begin the preempt. We will not get evidence and the facts, or their conduct not suggest the contrary. So I think the president get the right for doing appointments, and let's see how they conduct themselves. Why then they govern we? I think I'm in position on that.
Okay, let's take me time for read this one for the first time for people who will not see it. Before we come to Bakar Banks, appointment of principal executive advisor to the president on the public service and head of public sector reform unit with cabinet rank. State House. In his 2023 presidential election manifesto, His Excellency Dr. Julius Maada Bio pledged to prioritize the revamping of the public sector from the public service architecture as one of the big five game changer. The president, who is immensely aware of the centrality of an effective and efficient public service, has directed for an additional layer of technical support to the public service reform agenda in Sierra Leone. Therefore, it has pleased His Excellency the President to establish the position of principal executive, advisor to the President on the public service and head of public sector reform unit with cabinet rank in the office of the President. Consequently, His Excellency Dr. Julius Maada Bio has appointed Dr. Emmanuel A.R. Gaima as principal executive advisor to the President on the public service and head of public sector reform unit with cabinet rank. Dr. Emmanuel A.R. Gaima reports directly to His Excellency the President. Sign, Keketoma Sunday. So this one a promotion or a demotion? Alphonsus.
My brother, who said if he the chance for talk about at governance level, in terms of looking at the governance structure, you can suggest say like a promotion, because the position will be whole, not to be cabinet level, not to cabinet rank. Yeah, so you go talk say that an elevation, they don't elevate a role. But if you look at the notice we go out, the notice is specific. The notice is specific and it's subject matter. It talk about the public sector reforms units and the man a principal executive advisor. They not talk anything when they relate to the work of chief minister. So if you read the notice, it go tell you exactly what is that role that man get for can play.
Okay.
And they really look at the public sector reforms units as head for help for do a reform, for advise the president on the public sector reform system in this country. When I technical position, then don't necessarily mean they go today to the day-to-day activities or supervision as the chief minister will do with a minister they have in the work.
Okay, so let's ask you one question back. Let's ask you one question before we come over to Bakar Banks, and this one get for be political. A lot of people actually they say this na way for compensate Dr. Gaima for the role where he don't play na the tripartite committee. What do you take?
Me, I not say anything about role about compensation. Me, the thing is that to be fair enough, the constitution give the president the authority for appoint. So the president don't discharge in duty as per the constitution of this country.
Okay.
Now that's my own take on that.
Thank you.
Whether now a compensation to me know the same from that angle, like the same from the angle that the president don't perform in functions we prescribe in the constitution.
Okay. Bakar Banks, you already know you read the things then. So what you don't take on this appointment? Two questions and maybe I will put on one go left to you for Asea Kimandula. One, this na way for undermine or for dilute or for reduce the power of the chief minister. That na one. Two, you not think say na duplication of position. You know, you get the head of public service commission, you get the chief minister, and you not think say as well, according to the other paper, they ask a question whether this na way for demote am or na promote am. Please, you take.
My own take on this is the take on every appointment, or most of the appointments by the president or the so-called presidents. Yes, it's true, the constitution gives the powers to appoint and fire, give the powers to the president for do so, but you don't mean say for do so like quartet board. You understand?
Yeah.
And this
but
dynamic
if you feel say it necessary, it get a gap, and you need somebody who is strong for can help by the team. Now you right for do that.
Now they talk. I say you get the right for do them, but you don't mean say not to just disappointment. Now I make the blame say we not get civil society, we not get opposition in the country. Because then for them be checks, put checks and balances on the presidency appointments. Me like appointment are ASEAN now wage bill corruption. Now corruption in itself.
So wage bill corruption.
Because the bill not to in the pay out of in pocket.
Okay.
Now the Salomon they pay them people away they appoint. They increase the wage bill. Well now it make you see say the wage bill since so matter bill take power. It don't double, they go to triple now. What I mean by the wage bill for the layman, now waiting government they spend for pay public officials them. All ministers, all civil servants, everything, the total package, how much it cost government. For more than Maya take power, it don't double, it almost triple. How much it be the cost the previous government for pay people them. So most of their appointment and like I say, I'm a compensation to people away if feel say if give more power. For like this, I go take and send a promotion. You know why? Like Alfonso say yes. Because you don't get a cabinet rank, meaning more money in your pockets, more salary to pass how much they make before. So you don't see how now increase to the wage bill. If they pay 30 million, so say this now don't go 42 million. 12 million don't added. Now then they get another office. They get new staff. So now more burden on the taxpayers, more burden on the economy. We're already fragile. We're already bankrupt. So don't know na big day for pay salaries. They appoint. Even the role of chief minister is not necessary. The role of 3 education ministers is not necessary. So any president who get foresight will mean well for can rule in country if for reducing cabinet, not for inflator again. You understand? So this way in they do na corruption. Corruption in the sense I get 500 per them. I get for fence side for slots, and then they say chap. Because afterwards, to be the paid and from the consolidated.
So now that make you describe this as the wage bill corruption.
Wage bill corruption. Yes.
Okay.
Now new
all right. So I beg we can't end the program now because we don't go small bit over the time. Waiting will be a hand. They don't give you 10 minutes left for wrap up the show. So waiting will be on a final submission. Now we use 5 minutes for wrap up quick. 225. So yes, Bakar Banks, please.
My own final submission. I will talk about I touch on the first lady and the opposition. Like what happened in Akwedu holding. Like what they say about the message of the president we go outside, they talk about African for champion their own destiny. Na facade, na like a show. If you really mean business, you want Africa for champion their own destiny, begin with Salone. Demonstrate in your country before you go outside the call on Africa for do so. We all want that. If we really mean and we all the support, say yes, this man in Mina. How do they demonstrate that? All foreign mining companies that within the country, let it cancel all their license. Cancel the license, begin operate all the mineral reserves them, begin operate all the companies them way in the mine na Salone, put her under government control. Let we do we mine we own resources or give mandates to the like what Mamadi Doumbouya Aduna Guinea say. If they pull iron or build a production company na not take the raw material ship in your country. Because we build and I create more jobs for we own people. You understand? So but you know they do anything and they go and dance right now. Alfonso just dey talk about the foreign trips for equate am to the benefits. E dey na plain 24/7 like board. They talk about Africa for championing their own destiny. Sit down a country and champion your own destiny. Kick all the foreign companies them out. Me no say Marampa Mines and all the roots they're not doing better than Kwedu Holding. You understand? They're all cooks. They're all the rich young people them bad. So why na Kwedu Holding your issue na important? Why Kwedu Holding workers, then they earn more than teachers, then they earn more than police officers, then they earn more than military officers who no get rank. Why not champion their own causes then? They're not to Muslim, they're not to Sierra Leoneans. Now that make us in a hypocrisy. On the opposition side, I not ever experienced in my life a country where get a weak opposition, a clueless opposition, a useless opposition reach this APC opposition. I compare them with the civil society organization. I put it all in the same basket. Now recently, Irina Miyes, from the Minister of Justice, say the opposition writes to the Constitutional Review Committee for give suggestions, say, when somebody don't rule for 2 terms, let them make you come back and rule again. Now that's the money you as an opposition. For faith for EBK, for come back for rule as president. Now that's not for BU, but now for be priority for let them include in the new constitution. That they show the level of uselessness where they don't reach. If God being gets away for open the earth and swallow the all, it will be fine.
I think this
So
is
for me,
another
for now,
discussion for another day.
yes,
I think that name Miss
time
Mies.
not
I don't know
dey
how
thing
come
about
say Miss Mies.
tell her left and give Mr. Alphonse let you wrap up.
Thank
you very much.
Alphonsus Bane.
Yeah, my message is that there is a difference between civil society institutions, political parties, state institutions, and we all get to your own role they play in this country for make we achieve we common goal, so that the 3 words they would now we coat of arm: unity, freedom, and justice. We go all of you we go able to enjoy them. And in the president's in word we don't take for say Africa. We for able handle we issue that now we not for allow external forces for direct we affairs. We they take that one day now as a yardstick for measure the president that we gladly we don't go talk about Africa for take ownership of the development and the internal dynamics. We want you for make it translate that statement we make for Africa into Sierra Leone. So now that word now we get for take to the president and to the government for say when I translate that call for the African action to make it become a Sierra Leone ownership process. I think I mean last one I get.
Right. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time with me inside the program this morning, like always, even though, Alphonsus be look tired, but still, it don't work fine inside the program because it don't charge up small morning, but it don't charge fine before they go. And back at bank self in as much as the early morning, instead in battery don't charge. All on charge and they go fresh one for go on a normal work them. Thank you very much and good day. Una self we don't watch your program, one for appreciate and tell una plenty. Thank you. You don't like this program, please like and share. And you will not subscribe yet, please consider for do so. Well, until then, we'll get for meet again with another beautiful edition of your program we call KOL RES. My name is Pierre. Thank you very, very much to the producer. We make we get this wonderful program this morning. Not forget, June 28, 2025, we are doing an iconic white party, and please be the example. Like this, we own brother from Sierra Leone. We don't pay for in tickets, and actually they come attend the program. Wow! And this program make it go fend visa, and this program make it a fend in tickets and everything, and it come attend the show. I think we need for celebrate and even before it come. Thank you very much. We love you all so much. Thank you, and get on yourself a very, very good day.
From someone we rise, why aren't we to shine? Bringing light, holding truth, we the fight for time. 4 years strong, we stand proud for the people we voice, we love. But in the offices, corruption they grow. Presidents and first ladies, secrets we know. Fatima Bio, in the call. Money to move, but no truth at all. Speaker Bundu allegations they fly. Clerk of Parliament caught in the lie.